Hey guys, welcome to day 20. Day 20. Yeah, day 20. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. 11 more to go. So today was a busy day. I was out and about. I was gonna take you guys with me. Didn't have that much juice on my phone left. Plus, it was packed everywhere. So the reason why I had to go back to the store is because my parents' house, we're talking, there's no sign that it's Christmas. We're like literally, there's no sign of Christmas. There's no decoration. There's nothing. So I went and got some stuff. But I got fortunate because everything was about 60% off. So it is what it is. And for the first time, we're going to do the fake tree. My parents has never had fake tree. It's always been real Christmas tree where you get the pine smell, you know, watering making sure somebody was watering the bottom of the tree every few days. We've always had a real tree, but things have changed this year. It's just too much hassle. It's just way too much. So I decided let's just do the fake tree, and I was able to pick up one that was 50% off, and it's about 7 feet or 7.5 feet, something like that, which is a good height, and it's flare out. I have no idea what it looked like when it comes out the box, but it's in the trunk of the car, and it's gonna go to my parents' house, and we're gonna undo it and make the best of the holiday with. I'm excited because I'm looking forward to decorating. So when I get to that part, I will do the whole unboxing, decorating, and you guys could be in the, the festivity. Hopefully my niece or somebody over there coming out to help. If not, I'll do it by myself. My mom will just sit there and watch because she's gonna watch and commentate. And you know how my mother is. You guys are very experienced her on this channel. She's funny. So that's the goal. I'm still doing a last minute cleanup because when I leave, I want to make sure when I come back, I don't feel like I didn't do enough. I will have a few more days before the end of the year when I come back to still do some more. I knew I forgot to do something. I put the box together to go to the mailbox to ship off this gift and totally forgot and left the gift there. So that's going to be delayed for another few more days. And I hate using, no, I'm going to have to make the effort and do it in the morning. I'm going to have to do it before I leave. I have to, because I don't want to do New York post office. New York post office, not even New York, Brooklyn post office is just, it's always packed and the lines are always ridiculous. So I am going to do this before I leave. I have to mail this off. I cannot mail it. Yeah. I can't believe I forgot the freaking box. That was the goal today. And it's still kind of early. It's still kind of early. So yeah, I'm going to finish recording this video and I'm going to take my ass out to the post office and get this done because I have time. I literally have a couple more hours before the post office closes. But before I give you guys a review, let me show you what the closet looked like with how I was able to put things away, and then we will come back and chat about this book. So I did finish Someday Maybe, Onye Wabinella. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let me show you what the closet looked like. Alright guys, so on here I took down the gift for my niece. So up here you have all these extra let me put the light down a little bit. All these paper that I just have up here rolled up. So there's a lot of it. And then of course I have the staple behind it and this light. So I have a cover for the sewing machine. So I was able to put the cover on because I try to always cover them so that they don't accumulate any dust. I have no idea what the cover is for this. I do have a cover. Where it is, I have no idea. But I have to find it because, again, it's going to accumulate dust. So here in the first cube, That's where I have all my gadget. Right beside it for now is where I have my bin with all my earring stuff. It kind of fits right there. I have to figure something else out over time because I have room for other stuff, space in the bigger closet. So the first cube, we have my tools, all the added hole, hole punchers, and you know. The second, right here, I have paper, a lot of different color, plain purples. It's a different color of paper. I have a cubit, which is just a lot of unnecessary junk that's just in there for right now. This one, I put all my candles. So these are all my candles that I have, that I use. Some I haven't used. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 4 candles that's not been used. There's 2 that I burn on and off. That's it, that I put in there. And then here, again, more paper, more booklets, sticker books, all that I put in that second one. And there's another bin that has a lot of stuff. Here I have extra. I do have another area that I put my extra camera equipment, but for right now I have my vlogging camera and another small camera that I've had so many years that I would never let go of, and of course some handheld. I can't think right now. You know what I mean. Here is where my travel stuff are, and as well as this is these cloths that I use to like cover certain things. Depends if I'm doing whatever I'm doing. But a lot of the pouch that I use and bags that I use when I'm traveling is in here. I do have a roll of some Cricut paper that I just put there for right now. It shouldn't be in there. It's going to be somewhere else. And then I have another area where I put storage in the bottom of there. And that's what I did. And I find that it just looks so much better than it was looking like before. I have so much storage space now and stuff that's, you know, away. So I'm going to probably do a lot more stuff in this room. I'm not even going to show you the other side, but the other side need work as well. But for right now, I like that I was able to find area to put away a lot of stuff. As you can see, the stand is pretty empty. All you have is a little music case. You have my box that has all my ink is in here. Like all the inks that I owed are in there. And I keep it there, and it goes along with the decor because it's, you know, green. And let's see, there's nothing else here. So I was able to really clean up this stand, and I'm happy about it. All right, so let's talk about someday maybe. And before I get into this book, if this is a trigger book because it deals with suicide, so if you're not in that mindset to hear about this book, I just click off. Again, it is a sensitive topic, and it's a topic that is very much affects a lot of people every day, and not just those who are thoughts of committing it, but also family who are affected by the act of letting go. And so in this, you are dealing with a wife whose husband decided to end his life, and this is where you get the question, I didn't know, how did I not know, what went wrong, what didn't I see that I should have seen? Then there's that regret, there's that dissecting your own life, and then there is that ultimate falling apart and trying to grasp back who you are when you are completely up in pieces. This is what you get from this story, and you learned more because the story really focused on the woman who is in pain and dealing with a tragedy. And because the author did a responsible thing by focusing on the woman, because you would never know in most cases why someone chooses to end their life. You just would not know. And there's that point where that is one of the things that would trigger you in depression, because you want answers, and even though deep down you know you probably will never get the answer you are seeking. And you get that from this story. Hopefully you guys are not hearing that. I am adulting. I am doing laundry. I thought the story had a two-part. The first part, where it's the falling apart, is the realization that this happened. Getting to that point where the character's accepting it. Then there's that point, is how do you take yourself back out of that slump that you are now in, and pull yourself together, and knowing that you're never going to get all the answers that you want. And this is where this story comes in. It's very much a well thought out book, and it makes me wonder about how much do she know about it as a whole. She is Nigerian, British Nigerian. The character is English. She's Londoner. Parents are Nigerian, and it makes me think of cultural influence on how people accept and not accept that kind of deal when it comes to the subject. The thing about this book, I was prepared somewhat, because I knew it was going to be a sad book that's going to really dig deep into that area. But I also struggle with aspect of it, because I felt like I was in this space too long. This book was 342 page. It felt long. And I don't think it's because the story is long, because it's not long. It's because she was in that depression so long. It's like it felt draining reading it, and I struggle a little bit. I put this book down a couple of times. I've been reading this longer than all the books I've read this month. This is the longest. This took me the longest out of all the books that I've read this month. It was, and again, because it was such a dark and raw and complicated story, I also struggle with the mother-in-law. This is a mother-in-law that her grief was directed in the wrong way. And it made the story interesting, but it also made me think of that, she didn't need that. She didn't need that extra. But then again, it kind of served a purpose in the storyline. So that's what I was saying. Overall, it's an interesting book, but I wouldn't say I loved it. I think I just accepted it because it's another example of a storyline that dealt with grief and dealt with sorting through depression and pulling yourself out of it. So I respect that, but I didn't love it. It didn't give me that. I think because I was so prepared for it to be so sad that I wasn't sad. It was more, it's just, I don't know how to really say it. It was too long for me. That's the best way I could put it. And I think it lost its fizzle after a while, where I was just going through the pages ready for it to be over. And but I don't want to say not to read it, because I think it's a very important and necessary read, because she talks about a lot of important stuff in this. So I want to encourage people to read it. I just want to, it's just not it's a 3-star book for me. I wouldn't put it more than that. But that's just the best way I can put it, where I want you to read this, but just know it might be a bit much for some people, and I think I'm one of the people that it was just a bit much for me. It was just too, I was in this world too long, and I didn't like it. So yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, let me run out of here and hit the post office. I am so mad at myself because now I have to go back out there, and I didn't want to do that. So, but I got to. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.